Okay, perfect. Hey guys, maybe if everybody wants to mute themselves, if they do that.
I might just mute everyone and then Michelle, you unmute yourself.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay, guys, so this is our new coach call tonight. Megan and I usually run these together, and basically our whole downline is invited to these calls. So we just, as sort of the team leaders, want to make sure everyone that signs up on the team gets started right and is started. You know, we know that you're overwhelmed. That is not a question. You're not the only one. FYI, I'm overwhelmed most days too. So it's just kind of the way it is. But I know that you are even more overwhelmed right now. You're excited plus overwhelmed. There's so much information thrown at you when you first sign up as a coach. So my first piece of advice is just take a deep breath. This is not rocket science. This is not like, there's nothing that you have to be so super stressed about that's going to make you want to stop. So just take a deep breath. You're all on your own sort of journey, and you're like, just stay in your own lane. Don't start overthinking things. Just take it as it comes and know that we are here, plus your own coach. If we're not your coach, one of the other people on Team Fitnika is your coach. We're also here to help you. So you're never, ever, ever alone. Okay. You always have someone to message and ask a question. So you can take that pressure off yourself. You don't have to know all the answers yet. But tonight we hope to sort of add a little bit of calm to your life, you know, sort of explain the basics. What we are going to tell you tonight is honestly all you need to know right now. If you have just signed up as a coach, this is all you need to know. You do not need to know anything else besides what we're going to share with you tonight. All the rest of it, we or your upline coach will walk you through as it happens. So take all the pressure off your shoulders right now. We're going to share it all with you tonight. Make sure you have a notebook, make sure you have a pen, and just embrace being here. Have a good time and just take all this information in, and then you'll be ready to go with confidence tomorrow morning or even tonight when you get done. So I'm going to hand it over to Megan. She's going to start. And this is really like relaxed. So if you have a question, just unmute yourself and ask. Or there is a chat box at the bottom. If you kind of scroll to the bottom, you'll see the word chat. You can always type in your question and we'll try and get to it through the call as well. Okay? If you're too nervous to talk, which is totally normal. I told my coach that we didn't even have FaceTime in Canada. That's how nervous I was to do a call. So that's okay. Use the chat box. Okay, Megan.
Okay, so like Michelle said, it's very overwhelming when you start, but you don't need to know everything. All this information is thrown at you. You're seeing stuff on the team page that you're not even understanding, words that you're not even understanding. But what you need to realize is that you don't need to know all of that stuff yet. And if you get hung up on the stuff you don't know, you're never going to move forward. So just know that you are going to learn as you go. You will learn step by step, and we will be there to help you, or your upline will be there to help you. So don't worry about anything else except for these very basic things we're going to talk about tonight. So the first thing is you need to be working on yourself. How cool is that? That the number one thing in this business is that you need to be working on yourself. You need to be working out. So that means following a Beachbody program. You need to be using your containers. You need to be drinking Shakeology. So you need to do those things every single day. And we always recommend that you actually follow a specific program. Instead of sort of dabbling in a bunch of different ones, it's best for your own journey to stick with one. Like, you're going to get the best results by sort of starting and finishing one entire program. because they're designed to sort of work your whole body in a specific way, right? So make sure you have like a workout calendar that you are following for a specific program. So you need to be working on yourself like that. You also need to be reading some personal development. So if you don't have a book yet, if you're not reading anything, you need to reach out to your coach, and she can give you some suggestions on what a really good book to start with would be. Okay, it's so important. And I know that you're probably thinking, I don't have time to read. I don't even want to read. And what the hell is reading going to do for me? But I promise you, if you start to implement that 10 pages a day, that alone is going to change like your personal life, even nothing to do with the business. Like it will change your personal life, but it is also going to change your business too. You can also download podcasts. If reading isn't something for you, you can download podcasts or audiobooks. Basically, you need to be fueling your mind with something every day, as well as our bodies, right? That's why we need to be drinking Shakeology every day. That's why we need to be working out. And that's why we need to be following like a clean eating diet. And then, so you've got that covered, right? You're working on yourself. That's the very number one thing. You can't even look at the rest of the business until you have sort of nailed that down. You need to be working on yourself. And then the second thing is you just start sharing that. You just share that on social media. Every single day, you share little bits and pieces of your own journey. Share about your workout. You don't even have to say Beachbody. You don't need to spend time and create this post that is like, I've decided to become a Beachbody coach. You know, today is a new beginning and I've signed up and, you know, yada, 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 who wants to join me? That's not what you need to do. All you need to do is just start sprinkling in what you're doing, sprinkling in these new changes that you have implemented. And you do that every single day. So I'm going to use Cheryl as a really good example. Sorry for calling you out. But Cheryl's a good friend of mine, and she's a new coach just within the last few weeks. And she was just sort of more hesitant to get started, just a little more timid, didn't know if she felt like she was ready. So all she has been doing, and she's been doing it every single day, is she's been posting about her workout. She hasn't even really done a selfie. It's been like, you know, her laptop or her running shoes or her kids watching her. And on the picture, she's done like 1 out of 21 and then 2, 21. And she's done this every single day with a different little picture. And it's been very, very cute, the way that she has just sort of eased herself into this. And, you know, it's nothing earth-shattering that she's creating a post about. It's just like even funny little things about her kids watching her. And, you know, here she goes again, you know, didn't really want to do it today, but she's doing it anyways. And she's done that every single day. So every morning there's been a post like that. And that wasn't something typical that she would have been posting, I'm quite sure, you know? So that probably was the scariest part, was all of a sudden going from, you know, this person who never posted about health and fitness on social media, or even very rarely posted, to all of a sudden posting about working out. Like that's crazy, right? Like all of a sudden you're just not working out, and then one day you're working out and you're posting it all over Facebook. But it doesn't have to be these selfies in your face. It can be a subtle sort of transition into this. And then you also just need to share other bits and pieces of your life as well. Maybe you share a little bit about what you are having for your lunch. You take a picture of your food and you talk about how, you know, healthy eating has never tasted so good. Or you take a picture of your personal development book and take a little quote from your book, and that is sort of your caption. So it can be very, very simple, okay? It doesn't have to be these huge announcements and anything scary. So just sort of start breadcrumbing it in if you are the type that's maybe a little nervous about putting yourself out there on social media. But then there's other people who just jump in and are like very comfortable about sharing their journey, very comfortable with the selfies, and are just putting themselves out there a little bit more. And that's okay too. The important thing is that we are not like Beachbody, 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 Shakeology, 21 Day Fix. You don't even need to use those words, to be honest, at all. In fact, I sort of recommend you don't even bother using those words. Just start talking about your journey, about your workout you're doing, about this superfoods shake you're drinking. That's all you need to talk about. We don't want to become, these like network marketers who are just sort of constantly like throwing it in their face about the company that we work for, because that's not what we're trying to share. We're not trying to share Beachbody. We're trying to share us, and we're trying to share our own journey. It has nothing to do with Beachbody, what we're doing. We're just sharing what's working for us. So we don't want to become a spokesperson for Beachbody. Beachbody sells itself. We are trying to sell ourself and our journey, and that's what people are going to really connect with. So start sharing your journey on social media. That's the second thing. You're already working on yourself. Just start telling people about that. And then you want to start connecting with some people. You want to start having some conversations with people. And the easiest way to do this, and sort of the least scary way, is to look at the people who are liking and commenting on your posts. So for instance, Cheryl was like blown away by her first little workout running shoe picture she did. She had like tons and tons of likes posting. And here she is back to take over. Are you back? Yes. How long was I frozen for?
Oh, just enough time for me to like pay attention.
Oh my God. I thought I was looking at somebody else and I'm like, oh, they're frozen. And then I was like, oh no, I think it's me.
Okay, I'll pay attention just in case it happens again.
Okay, where did I leave off?
You're connecting.
Well, okay, connect. Oh, okay. So did I say that you're going to start like connecting with the people who are liking and commenting your posts? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's what you're going to do. Did I talked about Cheryl again. Did I get to that part? Okay. Because what I had told Cheryl, again, I'm using her as my little person. Oh, I'm so thrown off. Because when Cheryl did her very first little workout post, which didn't even have her in it, she had so many people like it, like tons of people like it, and tons of people comment on it. So those are people that you can then go and you can reach out to. You have to start having conversations in this business. It isn't enough just to work on ourselves and share it and every day do that. You have to at some point start to have conversations with people in your inbox. There's no way getting around that. But it also doesn't have to be this really scary, I'm going to start messaging people and inviting them. That's not what you need to do. You just need to start having conversations. And like I said, the easiest place to do that is on your own posts. So look at who liked and commented it on the post. And every day, just send those people a message. Like, so look at your, if you just started posting this week or a couple weeks ago, go back and take a look, even write down their names. And every day, just make sure that you connect with those people. They are seeing your stuff. They obviously are liking it, like they're clicking the like button. So you should feel totally okay about sending them a little private message and just saying, thank you so much for liking my post yesterday. It's not easy starting this journey, but having the support of people like you make it that much easier. Are you working on any goals yourself? Or you can just ask them any type of question, like, are you still going to the gym as well? Like if you know about them, because it's going to be people that you know really well who are liking, commenting on your stuff. So what you want to do is you just want to keep the conversation going. So however you can ask a question back to them, which is probably going to be somewhat easy because like I said, the people in the beginning who are going to be liking your and commenting your stuff, they're close to you because they're already your friends. You're not friends with a bunch of strangers on Facebook yet. So it's all people in your warm market that you can reach out to pretty comfortably. And what that is going to do is it just opens the doors for a conversation to start happening. Maybe they won't respond, or maybe they'll respond and they'll start talking about their weekend away and nothing ever sort of gears back to health and fitness. That's okay. But what might happen is they're going to say, yeah, what are you doing? Like, I see that you're all of a sudden working out or you're all of a sudden eating healthy. Like, what's going on? Tell me more about it. And that opens the door for you to have a conversation about what it is you're doing. And I promise you that's going to happen. It might not happen to the very first person you message, but it will happen. So every single day you need to do that. Reach out to the people who are liking and commenting on your posts. And if you start this journey and you start sharing your journey on social media and nobody likes your posts, because it happens, and you might want to like literally crawl under your bed and say, screw it, this is humiliating, I posted and nobody liked it, I'm never doing that again. Don't have that mindset, because I promise you that people are looking at your posts, they are seeing them, they are liking them, they're just too timid to like it. There are just some people, like I was never someone who would like a post. I do now because I now know how it can boost someone's confidence, but there's no way I would have like been clicking the like button on someone's post. Like not at all. So people are watching you. And you know what they're watching you and waiting for? They're waiting to see if you're going to stick this out. So they are thinking, oh, what's this she's doing? And maybe they catch on, oh, I think she's become one of those Beachbody coaches. And so they're going to keep watching you and keep watching you. And they're going to be like seeing your stuff and probably getting some value from it. But in the back of their head, they're like, oh, how much longer is she going to keep it up for? And so what's going to happen is if in 3 weeks from now, a month from now, 2 months from now, 6 months from now, you are still showing up every single day and sharing your journey, they are going to be like, holy crap, she's still doing this. Like, I can't believe she stuck this out. And that's when they're going to message you, or that's when they're going to comment on one of your posts. So you have to have like big time belief that people are watching you and that they want to see what you're doing. Okay. So don't just assume because you get no interaction on your posts that it's not working, because it is working. And if you just feel like your posts kind of suck in the beginning, that's okay. Like, you should see what my posts were like in the beginning. You should see what my images looked like. Like, they were so bad, but you learn as you go and you evolve and you grow, but you have to start somewhere. We all started at the exact same spot. We started not knowing how to post on social media. I started not knowing how to take a selfie for the life of me, or editing a photo. We all start, as like very baby coaches, but you learn as you go. And the consistency is so huge in this. You can't share your journey one day and then not the next day, and then share it a little bit the next day for the next 3 days, but then the weekend happens and then you don't share. You can't do that. It's never, ever going to work. You have to show up every single day in this business sharing your journey. The consistency is going to win 100% of the time. If somebody is at all interested in what you have to offer, but then you take a little bit of time off, or you're just very inconsistent with your posting, they're not going to invest money into joining you at all. They're going to find somebody who shows up every single day, because why would they want to invest in somebody who won't even show up for their own journey? That means that you're probably not going to support them very well. So consistency is a big time part of this. So if you're finding that no one is liking your stuff, and so you have nobody to start connecting with, because like I said, you have to be having conversations with people. What you can do is start writing a list. Like, just get out a piece of paper and write down everybody who you know. Go to your friends list on Facebook and start writing down people's names. Think of all your coworkers, your family members, all the people like who you just run into on a daily basis, your neighbors, your mom friends from school, whatever. Write all those names down, and you should have like at least a couple hundred names. We know a lot of people. You might not realize how many people you actually do know. And then every day, just take 5, 10 of those people's names and just send them a little message on Facebook, just to reach out to them, to connect with them. And if you're doing a good job of sharing on your social media, they're likely going to say to you when you message them and just like, hey, like, how are you? How was your summer? They're probably going to say, oh, it was good. What the heck are you up to? I saw you're working out. It's just going to go down that path, that conversation. So again, it opens the doors to have a conversation about that. Okay. Take it over, Michelle.
All right. To further Megan's note on sort of chatting with people, if I think back to when I first started, because I was having success with my Beachbody program, and like that's why we're really stressing that the first job for a new coach is to be on your own journey and to be committed to it, guys. Like, we are a health and fitness company. This does not mean you have to be at your goal weight. It does not mean you have to have 6-pack abs. Hello, I do not. It does not mean anything like that. Do not mistake what I'm saying here for that. But you have to be feeling that confidence, that rush, that high that you get when you are on a journey. You're right into your program, because we all know what that feels like, right? It doesn't matter if you've lost any weight. I mean, I have a free 3-day group going on right now, and I've been talking to these women, and they're on day 1. Nothing magical has happened yet, but their confidence has changed already because they've committed to something, because they're already starting to feel better in 1 day. So your language is different when you are on this, when you're into it. So when I think back to when I first started, I was talking to my friends, to my family, to my coworkers, to my clients. They were my first customers. They were my first challengers because I was excited. They could see now I had lost some weight already, so they could see that. And they were asking me, like, what are you doing? And I believed in it so much because it was working for me. It was very easy just to talk about it. I didn't feel salesy because I was like, shit, you got to do this. This is so awesome. Like, there's this challenge group and everybody's chatting, and this is why I'm staying on track. And I wanted to cheat, but this girl told me, like, helped me not do it. So you're really excited about it. So when we say be on that journey and be into it, like, it's for a reason. Your posts are going to be better. You're going to have belief in yourself. You're going to have belief that you can do this. You're going to have belief in the products. And that's what it takes. It takes belief. And there's going to be hard times. There's going to be times when you think, Sally, Joe, your second cousin was for sure going to buy a challenge pack and she doesn't, and it pisses you off and you think you did something wrong. Well, that's just life. Just move on. Keep going. Don't let it stop you. As Megan just said, the consistency of this is so vital. And the only way to stay consistent is to keep believing in yourself and keep believing that you can do this. Whatever your goals are, you got to have some. You got to make a goal for this business. Like, why beyond you want to help others? And I think that's amazing. And I love you all for having that mission, because that's why we're all here. We do want to help others, but there's got to be something a little bit deeper than that. You don't have to tell us what it is. I'm not going to tell you what my goal is right now, but it's a lot deeper than I just want to help women get healthy and fit. That's my surface level, and that's awesome. But there's got to be something bigger than that. And don't be embarrassed if it's financial. 100% it can be financial. If you want to change your family's life, go for it, because you can with this. I did. You can. I am no different than you guys. Like, honestly, if I can do this, anyone can do this. But I did have belief in myself. And on the days that it was hard, really hard, because it's a job, it's a business. Like, at some point you have to put your CEO hat on and say, you know what? My name's Cheryl, and I own Cheryl's Fit and Funky page. Cheryl, we're really calling you out. And I know your page isn't called Fit and Funky. But you have to like take ownership of this. If that's your goal, like if you have some big goals, you have to really think of it like a business and not a hobby. And that's what's going to keep you pushing past those harder times that realistically, guys, happen in every situation, in every job you're ever going to have. There's going to be hard things you have to get through. The cool thing about this job is we give you all these really awesome tools to get you past the hard days. We give you personal development, which is the first thing I want to talk to you about. That's one of our vital behaviors. And to me, it's one of the most important things that you need to start doing today. This can be classified as your personal development for today, but tomorrow you need to start filling your soul with things that are going to instill more belief in you, more confidence in you. It's going to help you build your business. What personal development is taking like 15 minutes out of your day and reading or listening to something that is going to give you confidence, going to give you the stuff that's going to push your business to the next level. I don't think you went over any book titles, did you, Megan? I don't think she did. No. Okay. So I just want to give you a few suggestions. So if you have a pen and paper, these are my suggestions for your first kind of books. If you've never done any sort of personal development before, these are really great ones to start with. So we've got Mastering Your Mean Girl, You Are a Badass. Mastering Your Mean Girl is Melissa Ambrosi. Just Google them. You'll find the author. Rising Strong by Brené Brown, The Slight Edge, The Compound Effect, and The Miracle Morning. So any one of those, grab one and just start reading like 10 minutes a day. And that's going to help you with the belief, because that's what you need. Truly, you really do. I still do it every single day. In fact, now, as my business has grown, harder things come up, more difficult situations happen, and I need personal development even more. So I might do it twice. I might do it for an extra half hour, because that I know will keep me going. So that is one of the most important things that you can do. It's like right up there with your workout. And you know how important I think the workout and Shakeology is. This is right there, okay? It's why they're called the vital behaviors. Personal development is one of them. Getting your workout and your shakes in is a second one. And connecting with people, which Megan just talked about, is the third one. Like, you need to do those things every single day, consistently. I can tell you that there's 2 people on this call, probably more, but I know for sure the 2 of us, Megan and myself, have never missed a day. Never. Christmas? Nope. Holidays? Nope. Dad died? Nope. Kept going. Kept sharing, kept being real, and that's why we've been able to take this business to the next level. And so if that's your goal, if you look at us and you really want that, that's something you're going to have to commit to. Okay. Now I get the kind of boring job. I'm going to go over sort of some corporate sort of businessy stuff. So you might want to take out a pen and paper because this stuff is good to write down. Team calls. Our team calls right now are every Saturday morning, but that's actually going to change. So come September, we are going to have 2 team calls a month. One will be on a Saturday morning, and then the 2 weeks later, they're going to be on a Thursday night. So we'll have a big announcement about that on the team page. But that's where they will be. They're great. They're really important to get onto. We really try and bring you lots of value and topics that can help you move your business forward. So those are pretty important calls to be on. They're always recorded, so you can always catch them later. But I will say the energy of a team call, there's just something about it. You just get a little bit more out of it when you're on live. National Wake Up Call is sort of Team Beachbody's weekly dose of inspiration for you. And there's always an amazing coach that shares value every single Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Whatever that is where you are, I don't know. But more than likely, you won't be able to hear it live, and that's okay. You can download the Team Beachbody podcast, and you can literally listen to every national wake-up call that has ever been done, ever. And I will tell you, that is what I listened to nonstop for the first probably 8 or 9 months of my business. I literally have listened to every one of those calls probably 3 times. And I continue to listen to them all the time. So those are 2 things that are pretty important to tune into. And now I'm going to go through some things that might get a little overwhelming. Don't worry about it. You'll hear these words a lot from today on. So jot down a little bit of information. Don't get yourself too hyped up about it. You're going to hear lots in the upcoming days and weeks. So Success Club. Success Club is an award system, a benchmark that our company has made for us to hit once a month. And what it tells you, if you hit these sort of goals, is that you're moving your business forward at a pretty good clip. If you do this every single month, we would presume that you're going to always be moving ahead. So Success Club 5 means you have helped 3 people start their journey. And when I say start their journey, I mean our complete system. So Beachbody believes that to get the best results, and not just Beachbody, I 100% believe this, is you need to have nutrition, you need to have workouts, and you need to have support. So challenge group, workout, and Shakeology, and a nutrition plan. So that is our challenge pack. And probably most of you have purchased a challenge pack and when you signed up, or maybe prior to, but that really is where we see people. It's like a proven fact that the people that get the best results are using the whole entire system. So if you sell 3 of those a month, meaning you've got 3 people started on their journey with one of our challenge packs, you are going to reach this number called Success Club 5. So you can do that by selling 3 challenge packs, or you can do that by selling an order of Shakeology on Home Direct. So that will also get you 2 points. So every challenge pack is worth 2 points, and every Shakeology order on Home Direct is also 2 points. So Success Club 5 gets you that sort of benchmark. It gets you that amazing feeling that you've reached that level of success in your month, and you're going to be rewarded through Beachbody. There's usually prizes, and you earn this points accumulation that can award you a trip in the end. If you keep on building up your points to a certain amount, and it changes every year, there's not any like fixed number, but there's always a Success Club trip. You've seen our pictures, we were all on a cruise. We were all doing, I don't even know where we were a couple months ago, Punta Cana, somewhere hot. So those are those Success Club trips. So as you earn more and more Success Club points, you earn these points towards the trip. You don't have to stop at 5. In fact, I encourage you not to. Just keep going. Like, just don't stop because you've helped 3 people. You know, they up the ante if you get Success Club 10, which means you've helped 6 people now. You're going to get a better prize. You're going to get more points towards your trip, etc. So, but what it also tells you is you've obviously helped those people get started. You've got them in your challenge group. You're encouraging them. You're also going to get some residual income because they are going to most likely continue on with Shakeology. So you've got your commission that first month from the challenge pack sale. And now that person next month is going to get their next order of Shakeology, and you're going to earn the commission as well. And that's a source of income for us. If things are on auto ship, you get the residual income. You don't have to sell it to them again. However, you're still helping them. You're still continuing on with them through their journey, and you will get that income continuing on until they, whatever, hopefully they decide to keep doing it forever like we do. So that sort of explains Success Club, the challenge pack or Shakeology sales, the prizes and all that good stuff that you see us talking about, the swag, the hats, the backpacks, like all this stuff is what Beachbody rewards you once you get there. There's something called the Success Starters program. So that is only eligible for people that have just signed up as a coach. So if there's some people on here that signed up as VIP members or discount members to get the discount on Shakeology, and have now decided to start coaching, unfortunately, this is not something that you can participate in. This is really just for people that have just signed up. If you hit Success Club 5 or 10, Success Club anything above 5, in the first 3 months of your business, meaning Success Club 5 in month 1, Success Club 5 in month 2, and again in month 3, you will be rewarded a free ticket to our summit, which is in Indianapolis next summer. So I think it's about like a $300 ticket, maybe not that much, close to that maybe. So that's really cool. It's an awesome incentive to get to Summit. Summit's pretty awesome. We have tons of fun there. So that's called the Success Starters program. You also earn a call with Carl Deichler the first month. So he's our CEO. So lots of motivation there. And then the last thing I am just going to touch on really briefly, this is going to probably go way over your head, but I want you to start hearing the language. Your first rank advancement would be to become an Emerald coach. This does not have to be scary. It should be exciting. It should be something that you're all gearing towards because it's your first. It signifies to Beachbody and to us, to be honest, that you're really serious about this, that you really want this to be a business. And once you do that, it signifies the same to Beachbody, and they give you some incentives. So to become an Emerald coach, all that means is you have 2 people that sign up as coaches with you. So to be honest, like my first 2 people were my husband and my little baby cousin who happens to be here on this call, Chelsea. So she was liking Shakeology, and you know what? At the time she thought she would start coaching. It wasn't the right time for her, so she ended up canceling. However, you can see she's back and killing it. But really, it was just literally Terry and Chelsea. So it can be done in like minutes, basically. Like your mom, your sister, whether it's people that are actually trying Shakeology and they'd like to just get the discount, they don't necessarily have to be people that want to coach. It could be your sister that's just going to do you a favor so you can get to this first rank advancement. But becoming an Emerald coach and hitting Success Club 5, you will be given free customers from Beachbody. So basically we have 2 sort of streams in our company. One is Team Beachbody, which that's us. And the other stream is beachbody.com, which I'm sure you're all familiar with. You probably knew about beachbody.com long before you knew about Team Beachbody. We're actually 2 different things. So every time I bought a product or program before I was a coach, I went to beachbody.com and ordered it online. So I was not buying through a coach. I was just buying the program because I saw it on TV. And tons and tons and zillions and millions of people still do that. But when they do that, they are asked a question. Would you like a Beachbody coach? Would you like some support? And most of the time, people say yes. So what happens is Beachbody, Team Beachbody, takes all of those people and puts them in a big basket. And I'm really simplifying this here. They put all those names in a big basket, and everyone who is an Emerald coach and has got Success Club 5 or more is given some of those free customers that have asked for a coach. So if you've reached those milestones, in the following month, you will open up your office one day and see some new customers that you don't actually know who they are. And you're given their information to reach out to them and support them, invite them to your challenge group. Tons of them have become customers of mine, like longtime customers. I've had some that sign up as coaches. So it's a really awesome incentive. Okay, so it's something that it's a benchmark that you really want to hit, especially if you're here wanting to make this a business. It would be my advice to do that as quickly as you can. The other part of it is you basically, as simply as I can put this, every single thing that we sell is worth a point value. And those points are accumulated and will become income eventually. It's our second stream of income as a coach. So the only stream of income that you're going to know right now for probably the next few months is your retail commission, which we make 25% on everything we sell. Okay? Your second stream of income comes from Team Cycle Bonus. And that comes from all of these points that are accumulated by you, but also by our team. So as a team, we accumulate points. If you are an Emerald coach, you are going to be given this basically point bank account. And Team Beachbody will collect all these points for you and keep them. If you are not an Emerald coach, they will not keep them for you. So I know that that gets really confusing, but it's kind of one of those things you have to trust us that the faster you can get to Emerald, even just for the simple reason of those free customers and that bank account of points, is going to help you monetarily in the future. It won't be right now, but in the future, it's a really good business move. It's a business savvy move. So if you really are like interested in this information, I invite you to go to YouTube and Google it, because you will find so many videos that will explain it. And that's what I did. Honestly, guys, I just kept watching videos until I kind of understood Team Cycle Bonus. You can reach out to us and we can explain it, but that was the easiest thing for me. I just really watched lots of different coaches talk about it. You can go to my YouTube channel. I have a whole spiel on it, and you just got to listen to this kind of stuff a few times before it kind of sinks in. But those are really kind of the harder things to talk about tonight. They're the businessy things, but there's certainly terms that you need to start being familiar with, especially that Success Club thing. You know, it's a pretty cool incentive to do. And at the end of the day, it means that you're helping people. So, and that's what we're here for, right? So that is really it, I think, from us. Yeah. If anybody has any questions, now is the time. I don't know if there was some down here on the chat here. Okay. Any one of those books better than the other? Well, you know what? Here's the thing about personal development. It's personal, right? So for me, I really lacked confidence, and that's kind of been my thing, right? Like that's now what I help people with. So for me, I would say Rising Strong, You Are a Badass, Mastering Your Mean Girl. If you don't have confidence issues, I would get into The Compound Effect, Slight Edge. They're going to just kind of teach you I don't even know what, because like I couldn't even stand those books. So they just weren't for me. Now they were Megan's favorites. So go figure. What do you think, Megan?
Yeah, it's definitely like what you feel you need to work on, I guess. So if you're like, yeah, I don't know how to explain it, I guess, because I didn't really know what I needed in personal development until I read Mastering Your Mean Girl, and everybody was raving about it. And so I pretended at first to like be really enjoying it. And I was like, this does nothing for me. Like, it was like fluffy, 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 fluffy. Like, that's what I had in my, I was like, this does nothing for me. But that's not what I needed. I need stuff like the slight edge and the compound effect that like fills me up with so much fire. But Mastering Your Mean Girl, that can do so much for somebody else. Like, I mean, Michelle loved that book, and I still recommend that book to pretty much everybody that is starting out with personal development, because I do think that the majority of people will get a lot of value out of it. So I would say that is a good one to start. It just wasn't good for me, but I didn't read it in the beginning of my journey either. So maybe that was why.
Yeah, I think this is a good sort of thing to touch on. And this kind of gets into this comparison thing that starts happening with coaches. And you start sometimes taking other coaches' words, and it doesn't ever make sense. Like, if I talked like Megan, it wouldn't make sense. As much as we are amazing partners in running this team together, we are complete opposites. What fires her does nothing for me, like nothing. And opposite, right? Like, we are so opposite, and you really have to get to know what you need. So it's something that you should sit and ask yourself, like, what is something that's making me really nervous about this? Or, and those are good questions, like, or what are my goals? So, and that's where you're going to find your personal development. Now, the Compound Effect was suggested to me as my first personal development book. And that's why I did not do personal development for probably 7 or 8 months, because I hated that book. It was doing nothing for me but bore the shit out of me. And then someone suggested that I read You Are a Badass, and I couldn't put it down because my confidence was still so low. That's what I needed. I needed a book like that to fire me up. Like, that was like, okay, yeah, I can do this. I don't care what you say about me. I can do this. Like, that's what that book did for me. Someone else may not need that. So you really have to, get real with yourself. That's one thing about coaching. It makes you sort of take stock of yourself and, okay, what is it that I need? And that's kind of the cool thing about this whole environment. It makes you get to really know yourself. Sometimes that's really hard. Like, I didn't really want to know that at 42, I was still so lame. Like, I was still so insecure. Like, it was sad, really. I was at my goal weight and it still didn't matter. We all tell ourselves that we're going to get to this beautiful place and going to fit into those awesome bikini. And I still felt exactly the same as I did at 213 pounds. Like, I had a lot of work to do. And if I had never found coaching, I'd still be that person. So it can help you in so many areas, but you have to get real and ask yourself those questions. But that's all I can say. Like, everybody asks, what book should I read first? And it's such a hard question to answer because we all need different things. Are all those books available on audio? Oh God, Alicia, I have zero clue on that. I just buy them because I like to highlight. Megan and I have one thing in common. We like to highlight. We don't even share books because we're like highlighting all over the place then. Yeah, I don't know. They're probably free. Go to the library. Okay, if I sign my husband and his friend up as my coaches to reach Emerald, what package would be the best? Always the all access. That's just always the best package. Especially right now, it's on sale.
Well, except if it's your husband, though, because
oh yeah,
really, like, yeah, he does not need to have all access, because even if he's going to work out, he'll just use your account. So there's no sense in having two accounts. So what I always suggest is that you purchase the basic challenge pack. So you can pick a challenge pack that has like one workout program in the DVD form. So you could purchase the 21-day fix challenge pack. And then what you can do is you can get really creative with that 21-day fix program that you're going to have. You can use that as a giveaway on your page at some point. Like, there's a lot of things you can do with that. And then if he's going to drink Shakeology, awesome, you've got a second shipment coming in. If not, if he doesn't have any interest in it, then get packets of Shakeology instead of a bag. And then you can use those packets for giveaways, for prizes. I always have a couple in my bag when I go to work, because I find that people start to ask me a little bit more about it. So I can say, well, I do have a packet if you wanted to try it. I'm careful about that because not everybody loves it when they try it just one time, but I do have a couple on hand. And, you know, we can even do something like a Shakeology shake off, where you provide 6 days worth of Shakeology for somebody and you do sort of a clean eating group with them. So that's a great way to use up your supply that you have coming in and make a little bit of money on it as well. And the cool thing about signing up your spouse is that you will receive 2 Success Club points for that. You are also going to receive commission on his order. So it actually isn't going to cost you the full amount. And then that gets you halfway to Emerald. So it's kind of a good little deal. And then if you do have somebody else to sign up, then you're at Emerald. So it works out for sure. And there's financial advantages to signing your spouse, which, I mean, go to YouTube and type in like, why would I sign my spouse up as my first coach, or something to do with that? And you will be like, your mind will be blown at what will happen down the road just by having your husband as one of your first coaches. Like, it's insane. Will brings an income in every single month. And if you know my husband, you will know he does not go on a computer at all. So, you know, it's very financially worth it.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up. Michelle actually just messaged me. So Michelle, I think you're still on the call, so you just heard it. When you sign your husband up, yep, you'll make that commission. So, and I honestly, I don't give one packets away, or I don't sell one packets. I sell them in groups of 4. And people never seem to have a problem with that. So you can make your money back on those packets pretty quickly. And I just explained to them, I am 100% honest with people. Like, I hated Shakeology in one packet. There's no way I'm giving you just one packet because you're not going to like it. So I just, you know what, if someone really wants to try it, to charge them like $25, or, you know, if it's a friend, you're just going to be giving them the packets like in person. So $25, $20, whatever, just make sure you make your money back. But if they have 4 packets, there's way more chance they're going to like this stuff than one packet. I can tell you, I used to do the one packet thing, and it was a terrible disaster every single time. None of those people ever bought it, ever, because it wasn't enough for them to like it. So the other package is the 3-day refresh that I often tell my coaches, the 3-day refresh challenge pack. Everyone loves the 3-day refresh, where we usually do 3-day refresh challenge packs, challenges within the team sometimes, but also it's a good giveaway. I always give away.
I always forget about that.
Yeah, that's what I usually have my coaches buy, because they're either going to use it themselves or it's an awesome giveaway. You can take the packets out. You know, you get Shakeology with it. So, or no, you don't. You don't get the packets because you get a bulk bag with it. But it's a good one. But what Megan suggested is great too. Like doing a giveaway for the 21-day fix. Like, there's so many options for when you sign your husband up. But I don't really want to get into that whole why your husband should be that first person, but honestly, it's kind of another one of those, you just got to trust us on this one. I've had a few coaches that haven't done that, and then they've ended up being quite successful. And when they see what could have happened if their husband was in that top spot, it's kind of heartbreaking. So Google it, YouTube it, do your due diligence. It's your business. But it's pretty beneficial to have them there. So just, sometimes wait until you have that other coach. Like, you don't have to race and sign up your husband tonight. Once you've got that other coach ready, that other girlfriend or cousin or sister, whatever, then do them both at the same time. And, you don't have to put out that money for him yet, but definitely you want him in that top spot once you have that other person, and then you'll be emerald, which is awesome. It's exciting and it's fun on the team. We celebrate you. It's a big deal. So, okay, I think that's it. I don't think there was any more questions. Yeah. Okay, awesome, guys. And you can reach out to us anytime.
Night, guys.